It's Melody. Melody on CT 1051.
And the song is titled Lonely by Ayra Starr on your number one lifestyle station, CT 1051. I told you earlier today, during the handover, I had a conversation with Abibi about Ayra Starr. I told you she's pulling up on me today on the show. And if you want to join the conversation, you can do that on WhatsApp 0909 and 916-4403. Of course, when I heard Ayra Starr was dropping an album in 19 and Dangerous, I'm like, okay. What are we going to expect? I didn't expect to hear her singing about love and lonely and be all emotional. Ayra Starr, so you can fall in love. So you they love. What a scam.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Okay, how are you doing, Ayra Starr?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm good.
So this is the second time we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
The first time
was amazing.
Yes. It was when you dropped your EP, Ayra Starr.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay,
Like
we're
4 months
definitely
ago.
going to come back again. Now you dropped your album, 19 and Dangerous, and I'm so excited. I can't even lie. When you dropped the album, 19 and Dangerous, and I listened to it, I'm like, this is super dope. So for the album, 19 and Dangerous, of course, when you dropped the EP, Ayra Starr, people were like, oh, who is this girl? Blah, 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 blah. Can she do it again?
And I did.
And you did. So I'm sure before you dropped the album, 19 and Dangerous, were you under, be very honest, were you under pressure? Were you doubting stuff? Because when you dropped Ayra Starr, people were like, okay, this is good. We can't even discredit this body of work. That's the Ayra Starr, the self-titled
The
EP.
EP.
Yeah. And we're like, okay, this girl is good. And she's fine. But can she do it again?
The thing was that even before like the album, I didn't feel any type of pressure.
Okay.
Not from anybody but myself.
Okay.
I just wanted to be better musician. I still want to be a better
Of course,
musician
definitely. Still
every
growing.
single time. But that's the thing about the album. Why the album is so beautiful, because I felt no pressure. There was nobody expected an album, so there was no pressure for an album for me. So that's why it was like, I dropped like an angel, like the celestial being.
Like the celestial being.
So I just dropped an album, and everybody was like, "What? She dropped an album." So there was no pressure from anyone but myself.
Okay, so for that album, we are going to talk about as many songs on the album as we can. But generally speaking, why 19 and Dangerous? Why that title? I know you're dangerous. Why are you?
So I knew my album was going to be 19 and Dangerous.
You always knew?
2 years ago.
What?
Yeah. I was like, my first album is going to be 19 and Dangerous, because I knew I wanted to have an album by 19. When I was 14, I finished secondary school. Like, I made sure I finished secondary school at 14. Like,
How did you make sure?
Because I was like, I want to be a teenage superstar. So my mom was like, you can't do music except you are done with school. So I did that.
So you always knew that your first album, you're going to call it 19 and Dangerous?
I knew.
From the get?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay,
Yeah.
2 years ago. So when you had the conversation with your team, like, oh, so I want to drop an album, I'm going to be titled 19 and Dangerous, what they say?
Well, I had to create like a whole PowerPoint presentation
to convince them.
to be like, you see, like, I can't do
This
it.
are the
I
reasons.
promise. Like, see, if you put this thing together, it was a whole thing. But they are so supportive, and they're like, yeah, we do have the music, we do have everything. Like, I felt like all the music I was making then was telling a message, and that's the way like God works. Like, everything I did at that point was just like a body of work, and I didn't even know I was making a body of work.
Okay, so Lonely.
Yes.
Let's start from Lonely.
Is that your favorite song? I feel like you've been harming me all that. Like,
Wait, so I've got like a lot of favorites, but I love Lonely. I love Fashion Killer. I love Gen Z Anthem. I love the fact that you started with that kind of energy. So it's like, okay, we're gonna be chanting this back to back every day. I think you should even actually make us do that.
Yes,
chant that.
definitely.
Wake up in the morning,
Like, wake
because
up in the
when
morning
you hear that, it reminds you that you're a baddie and you can do anything you want to do.
Just
Love
live
that
your
anthem.
life.
Live your life and do your own thing. Okay, so for Lonely, have you ever been heartbroken? Because you say you're dangerous. You should be the one breaking hearts. So why were you talking about someone breaking your heart on Lonely?
So the thing about the album is that one thing I've noticed about we humans, especially black people and Nigerians, like, we don't like to be vulnerable.
Especially the guys.
Yes, nobody likes to be vulnerable. Like, 'cause we are just when you're a black person, the next thing that comes is strong. So a strong black man, a strong black woman. Like that's the what is everybody says, that what everybody thinks you should be.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to do with the vulnerable songs on my album was I wanted to make people feel like I was speaking their mind, even though they didn't have the courage to do it themselves.
Yeah.
And the courage to feel vulnerable.
Okay.
And the courage to be like, oh, I was hurt by someone and it's fine, you know, I can get better. So that's what I wanted to do with the vulnerable songs in my album, just to make people feel like I was speaking their minds for them.
Okay, we've heard you. That's not even the question I'm
asking you. Every time I have an interview, man, it's like, okay, yeah, I heard that. But what's the
go back to what I said, girl? Like, what you trying to do? So the question again. Ayra Starr, the leader of Gen Z.
Dangerous.
Have they ever broken your heart?
Money has.
Money has broken my heart. That one is normal. Every day we make up.
That was the biggest heartbreak I felt. You know, money broke my heart. I was broke. But now, you know, God I'm back together. I'm strong.
But speaking about vulnerability and all of that, generally, some people who are of the opinion that being vulnerable is not necessarily a good thing. It's from a place of not wanting to be exposed like that, because they feel like in this part of the world, or just generally actually, when people see like your weak side, they know, they just try to take advantage of it,
and that's their own problem. If you see someone being weak, or you see someone being vulnerable and you try to take advantage of that, that tells the type of person
who you are. Yes.
So that's your own problem, and I will not like change myself because of you. One thing I used to do when I was younger was that I never used to want to cry, because I felt like people would think I wasn't strong.
Me too. I used to hide
and
to
I
cry.
would like, it would hurt me. I won't want to wail. I would never want to cry. Yeah. And now, if I'm watching a movie, I'm crying in front of like 5 people. I don't even care. Like,
bro,
I just want to show emotion, because that's the best thing you can do for your heart.
When you're emotional being,
like, just if you want to laugh as loud as you can. Me, I'm the loudest. When I'm laughing, everybody just gets annoyed. But I don't care, because that's how I want to laugh. Yeah. And when I want to cry, like if I'm watching a movie, if someone does something to me, if I'm hurt by something, I'm going to cry. Like, I don't want people like, oh, she's such a girl. I'm a girl, of course.
What am I supposed to be?
What am I supposed to be? Like, what do you want? So like, when people are like, they're scared of being vulnerable, it's like when you're not scared of being vulnerable, that's when you're actually strong, because you don't care about like what other people, and you're mentally like confident in yourself and the person you are to be vulnerable
and show that side. Okay, so for the song, the anthem, the Gen Z anthem, so at what point, when we have conversations about Ayra Starr, like maybe on social media and stuff, people sometimes refer to you as the leader of the Gen Z, and you came out to create an anthem for Gen Z. And also, when we're having conversations about Gen Z generally on social media, you hear people say stuff like, oh, those people, they're very entitled, they're very, Gen Z, they're very rude, the as compared to this. As a Gen Z, what is your definition of Gen Z?
Gen Z, it's just new people. We're the new people with our own rules, with our own take on what life should be. Like, we're not following like what people said 200 years ago. We're doing our own thing, and that's the most beautiful thing about being Gen Z, is that when you wake up, you go to Instagram, you see all these young people just doing their own thing, having businesses, wearing what they want to wear. They don't care if their stomach is big or not. It was such a thing then. Oh, I have a big stomach. Like, Gen Zs cannot be bothered, and that's so beautiful. I love it so much. So I feel like Gen Zs, I can't speak for the whole Gen Z. Yeah. For me, what I feel like it is to be a Gen Z is just to be yourself. Like, whenever, however, just be yourself.
Just be yourself. Okay, so while recording the album 19 and Dangerous, what's the most fun thing that happened during the recording, or one standout moment for you during your recording days of 19 and Dangerous?
I have to think of that. Nobody has asked me that before. I actually have to think. Can't remember. Let me see. I think one of the things, I'm not sure recording, but when I was picking songs was really fun for the album, because my mom always gets to pick songs too.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Wait, so you played her how many songs?
Yeah, so after like the listening with like Don Jazzy and everything, Jazzy's like, okay, take it to your mom. Even the EP too, my mom got to pick like a song.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, so the album, so I went home and I played songs to my mom. My mom was like, it was such a fun thing with my family, like, okay, yeah, we like this. My mom loves Bridgerton. My mom's obsessed with Bridgerton. That's her, like, she's like, I'm a boss, I got at the song like, yes, you are, mommy.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Go
you are. So yeah, that was really fun to do. What other thing? Yeah, just working with like all this, like my brother, London, Louder, Vibes. It was just a fun thing to do. Bloody Samaritan was such a challenging song to record. Now I'm laughing about it, but then also depressed.
Why?
Because it was so hard. It was such a different beat. It was I was not used to that. But
we didn't see that one coming too.
Nobody saw it coming. And me, I didn't even see it coming because I wanted to do something that I didn't even expect from myself. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to do something harder.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was something that I slept in the studio for like 3 days straight.
What?
I didn't leave anywhere because I was trying to get that song. So I worked on that song for like 6 months. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so
on and off because I kept giving
going
up.
Going back to the bay. Okay. What was challenging about recording Bloody Samaritan? Is it because the sound? What's it?
Yeah, I knew when I heard the beat, the first time I heard the beat, I knew I wanted to I wanted to record something that would just resonate with everyone, like everyone. I wanted to rant my feelings out. I wanted to just,
but on an up tempo beat.
Yes, I wanted to do that. I didn't want to like sing because I can do that already. I already done that. I want to do something different. And I kept going back. I was like, okay, I know what I want to hear. And I wasn't getting that. And I didn't give up because I knew what I wanted to hear. And until I got that, I didn't give up on that song. So yeah. Okay.
So now your relationship with your mom, quite beautiful. I didn't even know that because I know we spoke about your family before and how like they're very hands-on with your career, but I didn't know that you had to like you play songs for your mom and she gets to listen to all of your songs.
Yeah, definitely. And pick.
Yes. So does she sometimes say, what are you talking about here?
Definitely.
Why did you have to say
One
that?
time I played a song for her. I was like, because I was swearing.
What song? I was very. I was about to get it. Like, when you're cursing on a song, what did she say?
One time I can't remember the song. I was playing a song for her. I was expecting her to like react. So I was playing a song. I was like, hey, wait, what would she say? She was like, Mom, do you hear a song? She was like, kill us all. And then I gave up. I was like, she's listening to this again. Just listen to it. She was like, okay, yeah, play it. Kill us anyway.
Like, what are you saying there? What are you trying to say there?
Like, what did you say? I was like, oh yeah. She was like, but must you talk like that? You're a child of God. Just be kind. Be like, the moment that I can express myself, she said, you can express yourself in other ways.
So, but when she says that, what do? Do you have to take out the song now, or do you just?
No, she's just giving her opinion.
Yeah, but you still go on with everything.
Like, the decision is still like mine. Like, do I want to do that?
So someone sent in a message saying, okay, Ayra Starr, thank God I'm on duty, or today for Don't Come City FM. I have my ring with me to propose. Okay, so this person says, there's no bad song on your new album. I love all the tracks.
Keep
you
it so
up,
much.
Ayra Starr. I love your music.
Thank you so much.
So you've done it with Ayra Starr. You've done it with 19 and Dangerous. What next?
I'm still doing it with 19 and Dangerous.
You're still doing it actually?
Yes, I'm still doing it with 19 and Dangerous. So that's what's next. I'll keep doing it with 19 and Dangerous.
So you're definitely going to drop like videos.
Definitely.
Back
this album is to the world. This album is to the world. Like, it's to the world. I'm going to milk it for as long as I can.
That's what you should do.
Like,
that's what you should do. So for the challenge, the Bloody Samaritan challenge, where did you get that dance? What?
Yeah,
how? I need to know
I saw a
the
fan
process.
doing something, and he was just like, "It did this dance, this shoulder dance." I did it in
Was that after you dropped the song?
No, yes, after I dropped the song. So he did it in like different places, and I was like, I texted him, I was like, "This is so dope. I want to do this," and he was like, "Yeah, I should." So I was shooting like Bloody Samaritan performance video, and I started to do it. I didn't even know it was going to be a challenge. I was just trying to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a challenge. I didn't know people loved it, and people started doing their own thing. So that was crazy.
So that's it. That's it. Okay. So like you had the plan for the gets to dance like that. Good. So you sung Beggy Beggy featuring CK. At what point did you link up with CK?
So I've had this song for like a year and a half, even before it was released. Okay. Because I wrote it in a bus like 2019. Yeah. I wrote the song in the bus. I was on my way home from the studio. Okay. And there were beggars like outside. So I don't know what happened. So it just came from, I was like, oh, see the way they beg you, she bambi alamujeni. So when I went home, my brother played like the guitar and you know, we wrote the song together. So I recorded the song. I did like the acoustic version on Instagram. Everybody loved it. Like I'd never seen that before. Songs I didn't know. People were doing covers, and it was just like on Instagram. It wasn't on anywhere, and people were even like pirating it and putting it like out like even before it was out. So when like I was like, I want a male perspective on this song because I know the girls love it. I want someone to bring like a male perspective on it, and CK did that 100%. Like he overdid it. How can that guy say, you say I led you on, but you self you follow me? Like how dare you?
Like he killed it. CK killed
like that's what a guy would say.
He murdered the song. That is such a guy.
Yeah, like that's what a guy would say. I wanted him up, and he did that like perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to you, CK. Shout out, you absolutely killed that song. Love it so much. But speaking about Beggy Beggy as a song, and what you were trying to achieve with that song, having CK jump on it and give us a perspective on the song, is that a thing? What do you think about people, in relationships sometimes who feel like, they kind of struggle with being apologetic, like they do not know how to apologize, to beg, or when you do something wrong and they say stuff like, no, I shouldn't be apologizing, like the fact that I'm here with you is everything.
I can't give advice.
You're the one thing
that on that to me is my own experiences. I used to sing. I don't know anything about other people's relationships, so I can't give advice on that. Me, I just know that just be humble. Just be humble. Life is not that deep.
Ayra, what do you want us to be? Please, this is time for us to have this conversation.
No, I'm not
wait, Ayra.
Let me explain this to you.
Wait, are you asking us? Because it's just like, what is our Gen Z leader asking us to be? Should we be humble? Should we be bad bees?
Yeah, you can be bad bees and be humble at the same time. Like, it's the same thing. Just because you're a baddie and you know your worth doesn't mean you're not a nice person and you're not like
shouldn't
humble.
Be a good person.
Like, there should be a balance to it. So that's one thing I've learned, and I learned very early. So trust me, you can do both. Like just life goes on. That what even makes you like a bad
person. I know what you want to say, but
okay. But like a bad because you know when to like.
And you're still a good person.
Yeah, just be a good person. Like no matter what, that will make you a baddie.
Okay, so you I don't know, original baddie and everything. Because I can give us tips on how to be a baddie. 5 tips from Ayra Starr on how to be a baddie.
Yes. First of all, stream 19 Dangerous. Second, drink water. Third, sleep. 4, take some time for yourself.
Okay.
Be lazy if you need to be lazy. And just do things for yourself. And 5, I'm thinking about it. I'm not trying to give my own, personal secrets out. But let me just say that. Let me say, work hard. Like, trust me when I say, like, talent is 99% like perspiration. The real work is working hard. So work hard.
Okay, Ayra Starr, thank you so much for that. What do you call your fans? Do you have a name for them here?
Yeah, so on them, like before, during the EP, the fans, they were like stars. They love stars and all that. So now, like, my new fans from the album, they're like, we're not too sure about stars, So I'm like, you guys just choose. So I'm leaving it up to them. When they choose, they'll choose. I'm not going to call them anything
until they choose,
themselves.
Okay. So who are the producers you worked with on this body of work? Who are the people you worked with? Like they're like, I don't know. Give us the casting crew.
Don Jazzy, of course. Don Jazzy produced Karma and Toxic. My brother, who is an amazing songwriter, he wrote like half of the songs with me. Yeah. More than half. London is an amazing producer. Produced Bloody Samaritan, Snitch, and Fashion Killer. Then we have Louder. Louder is my G. He was on the EP too. So yeah, he produced like 4 songs to 5 songs on the album. Okay. So if you were just tuning in, I'm having a conversation. And I worked with another songwriter, Embryo. Which is amazing. We worked together on one song, and it has been mad.
Okay, Embryo. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, but yes, if you're just joining in, I'm having a conversation with the leader of the Gen Z movement, Ayra Starr. So if you have a question for her, you can leave it on WhatsApp 0909-916-4403. If you call in and you say, Ayra Starr, I love you, I just want to tell you that, just leave a message, it's fine. Someone sent in a message saying, Melody, you're interviewing Ayra Starr for that Beggy. That's my favorite. In fact, it's been in my head for days now. Aww. Even this morning, I'm like, Ewo, Kilo Deo. Tell her I love her and her sound. It is lovely. And she's going international too. Oh,
thank you so much. Good. Amen. Thank you so much.
Okay, so speaking about going international, what does that mean to you as an artist? Because now we're in a stage in the music where everyone wants to be like on the international stages. Yeah. They want to collaborate with like international artists. It's like artists are very intentional about that now. But when you're as an artist, when you're talking about what you want to do with your music and the stages you want to be on and the kind of level you want to get to, what is your definition of being an international artist?
It means like my music is gotten to places that I've probably even never been.
Yes.
And I want my music to touch people from all over the world. Like I want people, no matter like my accent, no matter my language, no matter like, I want people to just connect to the music all over, and I want people to like, I want it to be therapy for them all over the world, no matter like where you are. So that's what it means, like to go international. People to just resonate with your music.
Okay, so when you were in your headspace as a creative, because I know sometimes things like that happen when you're writing a song and you do not know what to do next with the song, and you probably have to you get really tired, like how you're talking about writing Bloody Samaritan and how you had to write that, go back and forth for like 6 months, and at some point you were really tired. What do you do for yourself mentally as an artist to not get too frustrated or to deal with your mental space? Because you talked about how hard Bloody Samaritan was for you and how at some point you were almost depressed from writing that song.
Yeah. I take a break. One thing about Bloody Samaritan also was that it was hard, but at the same time it was as if I was ranting myself out, my feelings out, because it was like vibe killer, Bloody Samaritan, I protect my energy from better. So it was like people that are bringing bad vibes to me. That was the way. That song was like my diary. Okay. So I was singing. That's what it was for me. So even though it was hard, it was also like relief in a way, because I was, that was the only thing that I can only express myself through music most of the time. And when I get into that space, I just take a break. Yeah. Go and watch Big Bang Theory, laugh, sleep, spend time with my family, or like go to Cotonou and just like spend time with my friends and all that. So it just depends.
Okay. So, but you are not an indie artist. You're signed to Maven's Records. So
yes,
do you have timelines as to when you can drop the song? Like, bro, you need to write this now. You need to.
No, at all. So that's one of the best things, because I don't like to feel like I have like a restriction on when I have to do something. Creativity is something that just flows. I don't want something to like, oh, you have to do this. It was never like that. It was just when you're ready, let us know. And
we give you like, just go on, we go hard. When you're not doing music, what are you doing? What do you do when you're not doing music?
Sleeping.
I think you told me that sleeping is one of your hobbies.
Of course. I have to hibernate. Like,
I love it so much. See, I love to sleep.
Like, out to rest.
Melody, what are you doing today?
Sleeping. Like, that's the plan for today. Like, I have a sleep date. Like, let me sleep. Today's day to sleep. So sleeping. I like to read books. I like to watch TV shows. I'm obsessed with when I'm watching a TV show, I love crime. I'm currently like watching Big Bang Theory, so I've been obsessed with it. And spending time. To be honest, when I'm not doing music, I don't have anything else to do. Like, music is my life. Like, what else am I doing? Like, that's the only way I can even distress. Is to just being in the studio alone just makes me feel calm and better. So.
Okay, so when you're listening to Ayra Starr's music, what are you listening to? Who are the other artists you listen to?
Right now, I'm listening to SARS Obonjaya.
The EP.
The EP. So sweet.
Yes.
Sweetness,
Love it. I know you did it.
You saw that, right?
I saw it.
So that I'm listening to Amapiano. I'm listening to Made in Lagos Deluxe. So much. I'm listening to 99 Dangerous. I'm listening to what else am I listening to? Amapiano. Did I say Amapiano? Did I say that?
No, you did not.
Okay, so Amapiano has just been busting my head. Like,
so any Amapiano song gets you.
Just tell me what you're listening to. I'll listen to it.
Okay. Ayra Starr is not going anywhere. I think I've got like 2 more or 3 more questions for her before we wrap this up. But before then, let's check out the song titled Beggy Beggy featuring CK by Ayra Starr.
It's Melody. Melody on CT 105.1.
Love it so much. Love
so
it.
Much.
Okay, so Ayra Starr, before you step out, how well do you know your music?
I know it very well. Anyway, Melody, I'm suspecting. What do you want to do?
You know your song, babe.
I know my song.
It's my chest. I wrote this song. Anyway.
Yes.
Once I hear it, I identify. This is my song. Mole shock, making
Yes.
Okay, it's okay, no problem. So I'm going to play 5 songs by Ayra Starr, already mashed up into one song. So I've cut like 5 of your songs, made it into one song. I'm going to play the mashup for you. You've got 10 seconds to identify the songs.
Okay.
The 5 songs. I'm going to play one time, Ayra.
Okay.
Ayra, one time.
I can do it. I can't do it.
Are you sure?
I think so.
So if you lose, I win. And that's, I don't know.
I'll be happy for you when you win.
No, you don't want to lose.
I don't want to lose, but if anything happens, I'll be happy for you.
Okay, so 5 songs, Ayra Starr. I'm playing it next.
Okay.
Let's pay attention.
Do you have to say immediately? You're like after?
No, listen to the 5 songs so you don't make a mistake.
Okay.
Be say I be Johnny Batty, I got be who I wanna be. Live my life. She's only 18. How did I get myself? You gon' body like a Bonner boy. If I
Okay, so Ayra Starr, it's your time. You start us
I
now.
have such a bad memory. But I already see. I counted everything. So Beggy,
Mm-hmm.
Cast, DITR, In Between, and the last one. Sorry.
And she got it correctly.
Yes.
Ayra Starr knows her music.
I do know my music. What do you mean?
Okay, Ayra Starr. And the crowd goes wild. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
All right, Ayra. Thank you for pulling up with me. It was so nice having you in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Go stream her new body of work.
Go stream 19 and Dangerous.
Yes, please do that.
Go stream it. Put your friends on it. Put your school on it. Put your parents on it. Put your neighborhood on it. Put everybody on it. And spread the ministry, okay?
Okay. And she's got a challenge.
Yes.
The Bloody Samaritan. So
Yeah.
go do that one with your friends. I'm going to get her to do it. I'm going to get her to climb as many places as I can get her to climb today in the studio. Shout out to you, Ayra, for coming through.
Thank you
You
so
can also show her love on social media.
Yeah,
Instagram
follow me on
handle.
Instagram at Ayra Starr, Twitter at Ayra Starr. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ayra Starr. I love you guys.
All right. News is coming through in about 4 minutes. After news, I'll be back on the flip side of 12 with DJ Jillian Conversation. My name is Melody.
It's Melody for the Melody on CT 105.1.